Our choices about energy and the investments we make in energy impact our state in multiple ways. Clearly, one of them is what is the cost and the reliability of our power supply. Those are really our primary interest, making sure it's reliable. We also have to pay attention to what I would consider the responsibility of how we produce our power. So for example, we are an arid state. We use a lot of water to produce power, and we use a lot of power to move our water. For example, Central Arizona Project is the largest user of electricity in the state as we move the water several thousand feet in elevation and 300 miles through the canal from Lake Havasu to Tucson. Energy also requires most forms of energy, most forms of thermal energy. So we're talking coal, nuclear, gas, and the thermal solar plants like was just built in Gila Bend require water to cool the steam created as part of the production process. So power itself is a very large user of water. So the power choices we make will influence how much water we use. So in an arid state, we need to make sure that we're locating our thermal power plants in places where there is sufficient supplies, and any opportunity we have to use less water, we need to take advantage of. Clearly one of these is wind power, uses little if any water, and photovoltaic solar, the kind of cells that you would put on the roof or in some other large facilities, use very little water. Thermal solar, which is good to pursue in the right places, is actually a fairly large user of water. So these are some of the kind of considerations we need to take into account. Also, in terms of environmental impacts, whatever source of power we use has environmental impacts, and they vary. And so that's something else that we need to be conscious of. This is what economists would call the externalities. What are the impacts of different power supplies on pollution, on water use, on contributions to global climate change? These are all factors that should be part of the conversation when we're deciding how Arizona is going to meet its energy needs in the future.